This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you're worried about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 20. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go. And I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there. Turned the ball over. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Dillon on the counter. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a 1st down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Packers come into this one still undefeated this deep in the year despite the one tie. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's the fullback. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to be Packer football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
60
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That caught by Tremble. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Get it. 18 rattle.
Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Corral looking to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To the air again with Corral. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
630.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And some room to work. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire 1st half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
26. Jump out. Hey, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
Ready up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. They crash.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But terrible first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Ready, break. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
70,
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Trap 60. 19 Lions. Dragon 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tunyon, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, up and good. And it is 42-0. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
2nd down and 8. Corral takes a shotgun snap. There's Trimble, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3. 3rd down, Corral. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A bold play call there on 3rd down, and they almost picked it up.
They almost got there, as you just noted. Brings up 4th and inches. And you know what I'm a big advocate of if you're going to go for it here, and I think that they should? Quarterback sneak. Pick up the 1st down, get a fresh set, and then go for the end zone.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Corral here, working from the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11 yards for number 11. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
They'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down right around the 25. They follow up the 1st down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2nd and 4. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. That was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. A give to the fullback on the dive. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Corral throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.